Our coach thought our friend got kidnapped at cross country practice. We had a cross country overnight trip. Our coach would take us down on a canoe trip on the Licking River. I think it's the Licking River. And we would canoe down there, camp out Riverside, and then wake up the next day and go for a run. Usually for cross country practice, you get a decent night's sleep, you eat good, and then you go run your 5 or 6 mile run. You can't expect a bunch of high school kids to get together with their buddies on a canoe trip, eat like shit, like hot dogs, fruit snacks, whatever snacks are available for a camping trip, and then run 5 to 6 miles the next day. You're exhausted, you're dehydrated, like it's probably the worst practice of the year. We go to sleep that night. Our senior tent is next to the sophomore tent. The sophomore tent is being kind of loud and rambunctious, and we're yelling shit too with them. Well, our coach comes over. This is the last time, I'm serious. Any more noise from the team, and you guys are, getting suspended for a race or punished or whatever his usual bullshit would be. And we had been messing with our buddy Beef in the tent most of the night. So Beef had it up to here between the sophomores yelling and us messing with him in the tent because he was actually trying to go to sleep. At one point, some of the sophomores throw this little kid, we'll call him Couch, in the senior tent. Well, he crashes through the zippers, lands on Beef. Beef turns around, thinks it's one of us. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey, man, I think you got him.
You want what he's having?
No.
That's what I thought.
Just repeatedly, laying punches. The kid was smaller than 7'5", our other short friend. Gets up, and he's a sophomore. He's a little kid. You can tell he's about to cry, and he's like, ow, and walks out. After Beef does that, he goes on this full, cussing tangent. Like, you fucking idiots, like that. Well, our coach comes back over. Unbelievable. Cussing and screaming from the senior tent at 2 in the morning. Whoever said that, just shut up and go to bed. Our coach is going crazy. We go to sleep at 2, 3 in the morning. Have to wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock to go run. The night before, we had a hot dog eating contest. Beef devoured 13 hot dogs, fruit snacks. I mean, Beef ate like a man. that campground dinner that we had. So before the run on the way over, Beef's like, guys, I feel horrible. I don't think I can run today. And we're like, dude, coach is not gonna let you not run, especially after the shit we pulled last night. Because we were in the doghouse. We knew we were already in the doghouse, but we had been in the doghouse for 4 years at this point, so it didn't really matter. Beef's like, no, guys, I'm telling you, I can't run today. I can't run. Beef texts his mom on the little 10-minute drive over there. And during our warm-ups and stretches, Beef's mom pulls up in a minivan. And he's like, I'm leaving as soon as the run starts. And we're like, are you going to tell coach? He's like, I'm not telling him. So he gets in the car with his mom and leaves. We do this 5 or 6 mile run. And halfway through it, our coach is like, where's Beef? Where's Beef? Screaming. Has anyone seen just screaming? And we're like, no. Because, you don't want to snitch on him. You don't want to snitch on him, but nobody knew where he was. So, and we knew where he was. The seniors knew where he was, but nobody wanted to snitch on him. So we finished, the last 2 or 3 miles of the run, and our coach is, panicked. You can tell our coach is, thinks he has, a missing child or a kidnapping situation on his hands because we're, almost an hour away from where we usually run. We're missing a kid. Nobody knows where he is. His parents aren't there. And finally, I remember it was one of us, one of the assistant coaches or underclassmen goes, no, Beef went home with his mother. He wasn't feeling good enough to run. And our coach is like, are you kidding me? Did you even tell me that? He ends up suspending Beef for a race. I think it was the first race, the first regular season race of the year for his senior year. because he just left practice. And he was pissed about it. We're like, yeah, that sucks, but you did kind of just leave. You didn't really tell coach. And we weren't even like I said, none of us were even close to our coach. We were just like, dude, you just left. What did you expect to happen? So that was, I'm telling you, that was the hardest I laughed at any punishment for one of my friends as far as cross country was concerned. Because again, we didn't really care that much, but by the time you got to senior year, of course you cared. You know, you'd been running for 3 or 4 years at that point, and it was, you know, all of our primary sports pretty much, so we all wanted to do well our senior year. And Beef missed the first race of his senior year for skipping practice. So it was hilarious. And it was just so funny to just Beef say it. I can't. Guys, I just can't. And Beef is just a super sarcastic person, so he loves giving everybody else shit. But Beef was so dramatic when it came to cross country stuff. And he was, I can't run today, dude. I feel so horrible. My stomach hurts so bad. Like, dude, everybody's in the same amount of pain. Sorry you chose to eat damn near 15 hot dogs for fun. But it was a good, cross country was a great experience for us in high school. And like I said, I made some of my best friends running. And, yeah. Don't skip practice without telling your coach, I guess, is the... Especially if you just disappear. Don't just disappear from practice. So many great Beef stories. Just need to give a
Do too much with it.
applause to Beef. One of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. So that's today's episode. More stories soon. Talks with Tom.
I was riding around town thinking to myself, is it gonna get easier? I'll be up and away up the street getting paid, but I can't even breathe no more. What's it to me? What can I see? Taking shots by